ازيكم يا جماعة. Assalamu alaikum everyone. So I know that I've been getting an increase in Egyptian viewers, subscribers, and followers since I started this. So I wanted to show you guys some love and talk about your league. And there's a lot to talk about. So let's get started. Now, organized football in independent Egypt started in 1922, but it was only involving teams from Cairo in something called the Cairo League. But a nationwide Egyptian league was founded in 1948. As the Egyptian Football Federation took shape, it's been Egypt's national obsession since. Let's start from the top. So I have done a video on Al Ahly where I'm going to keep this brief so I don't just repeat stuff I've already talked about. But yeah, Al Ahly are the big kahuna. They're the kings of football in Egypt and in Africa. And they have an almost mythological status in the Egyptian community and the Egyptian diaspora. It's known as a club of the people, and it's very tied to Egyptian national identity. And they have some of the most passionate fans in the world. In terms of success, man, like, look at all these titles. Look at this. It would take me all day just to list all of them. They've represented Egypt in Club World Cups and whatnot, and they're based in the capital city, Cairo, and the biggest city, of course. That's not to forget their old rivals, Zamalek, who are also based in Cairo, but also represent Giza, which is nearby, you know, the historic place with the pyramids, for those who don't know. Although distant in the title count, they've won 12 league titles, one as recently as 2022. Now, the mythos goes that Zamalek is more of an upper class club. It's more elitist. That's very much a generalization. But of course, the classist lines of football have sort of blurred in the last, 20 odd years. Now, while historically those two have sort of held a stranglehold over the nation's league, there's some new money in the league. Their names are Pyramid FC. Initially founded under a different name in 2008, it was bought out by a Saudi investment, was moved to Cairo like 120 miles away, and the Saudi investment quit. Then an Emirati investment came in instead, just to keep the money flowing. Now Pyramids FC have won the Egyptian Cup last year and the African Champions League, seriously challenging the hegemony of Al Ahly and Zamalek. Of course, with such a rapid rise, late founding, and a relatively small amount of fans for their wealth, the club is sort of not taken as seriously just because of that by fans of other Egyptian clubs. But now that Pyramids is winning stuff, that dynamic is about to change. So maybe the big two will become a big three going forward. Now, I'll get to the money situation in the Egyptian Premier League soon. But let's talk about some of the other culturally important clubs in the country. It's not just Ahly and Zamalek. We have my favorite team in Egypt, Ismaili, who have 3 league titles to their name and are the only team outside of Cairo to have won an African continental competition. In Alexandria, you got Al Ittihad. Despite not winning anything since 1976, they're beloved in the city. Another interesting institution is Smuha, also in Alexandria. Now, their Wikipedia page claims that they're the biggest sports club in the world by membership and, amount of land owned. I have no idea if that's true, but would be pretty impressive if it was, although the football is just one component of it. We got Port Said's Al Masri. Now, back to the money conversation. Now, unlike other North African leagues, there are an unsettling amount of corporate teams in the Egyptian league, owned by companies named after them, like it's not even subtle. In the Premier League alone, you got 2 petroleum-based companies, ENPPI and Petrojet, who just have teams named after them. A pharmaceutical company owning a team called Farco. The Bank of Egypt just has its own team. Real estate development company called Zed owns a team. They took over a team and renamed it after themselves. And they're just all over the place. Of course, any locals or experts on the Egyptian league can tell me more about this situation. Why is it like this, and how controversial is it? Do people treat these teams with contempt the same way fans of other German teams treat Red Bull Leipzig fans? And just Red Bull Leipzig in general, not just fans. I don't even know how many fans these corporate teams even have. Top goal scorer of all time in the Egyptian league is Hussam Hassan. Now, he did most of his work in Al Ahly, but he also did play for Zamalek. He played for the other team from Giza, which used to be a rival to Zamalek before they, started falling off, Tersana, and Al Ittihad, while also going abroad to play in teams like Emirates Al Ain, Switzerland's Zamax, and Greece's PAOK Thessaloniki. And the one with the record number of appearances is Abdullah Said. As for women's football, there's been a league since 1998, but Ahly and Zamalek were very late establishing teams. Al Ahly in 2021, Zamalek in 2024. Pyramids has had one for a few seasons now. As a result of their non-involvement, the most successful team in Egyptian women's football is Wadi Degla, a team founded by a construction company. Although the team that's won the league in the last 2 seasons is FC Masr, formerly known as Tutankhamen FC, founded by a male Al Ahly player, Tahir Muhammad. Now, we'll see how the Al Ahly and Zamalek women's teams progress as they start to integrate into the existing competitions. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. See ya.